For this section of the assignment, you will want to have two tabs open. The first tab that you're going to want to have open is the answer key assessment, and the second tab that you're going to want to have open is Crestwood Middle School's OPAC page. If you are on Crestwood Middle School's OPAC page and you have not logged in yet, please go into the right-hand corner, click Login, and then there you will need to enter two pieces of information. The first you will have to enter is your library number, which is your student ID number or your lunch number. The second piece of information that you will have to enter is your PIN number, which is the last four digits of that student ID. Once you've entered that and click log on, you should see that your name will appear in the right-hand corner. And that's how you know you're ready to start your assignment. So you just finished taking the reading assessment and you were asked to count up all of your answers. How many A's, B's, C's, and D's did you get? What you're going to do is whichever one of those answers you had the most of, that really tells us what your reading personality is or what your reading superhero is. And that's going to help us find books that would be of interest to you. So let's pretend that you're a boy, and some of you are, and let's pretend that all of our answers were mostly A's. And therefore, if I'm a boy and most of my answers are A's, that means that my reading personality is that I'm a belonger or a connector. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that link, and it's going to open up a description of what a connector or a belonger is. I do want you to read that. And then what I also want you to read is what kind of stories, what kind of items would be of interest to you. Also here you can see that they point out some authors that they believe would also be of your interest. And then I want you to keep scrolling after you get that bit of information. For the sake of this lesson, I want you to click on older readers. I would tell you that mature readers is probably grade 8 and up. So for the sake of this lesson, you're going to select on older readers. And what's going to generate is a list of all of the books that meets your reading personality or your superhero. And you can see here we have 1,440 results that were found that matches your reading personality. I will tell you that Crestwood has approximately 19,000 books, but we do not own all 1,440 of these books. So that's part of your assignment today, is to find out which books does Crestwood own that also matches your personality. So as you can see, if you scroll through the list, you can go all the way to the bottom of the page, and you will see at the bottom of the page there are many different pages that you can keep going and toggle through. Remember, there's 1,440 options just for this one reading personality. When you find a book that you are interested in, the first thing I want you to do is click on the title of the book, and I want you to read the entire description of what the book is about. If this sounds like a book that you would be interested in reading and you want to put it on your list of 5, I want you to go back to the top and copy the title. And then I want you to go to the Crestwood Middle School's OPAC, and I want you to paste that title in. And then click search. If we own that title, it will pop up. And you can see that we actually own 3 of those copies. And then in order to add this to the list that we're going to need for the end of this assignment, you want to click add to list. And then we want to create a new list. And you're going to title this new list Superheroes. And click save. And you will see that one item has been saved to this list. I still have 4 books to go. So I go back to the answer key, and I want to go back to my list. I want to select another book that looks interesting to me. I'm going to read the description of the book. And if that sounds like that is something that I would be interested in, I'm going to copy the title. I'm going to go back to the OPAC page. I'm going to paste. Oops. I accidentally pasted that. I'm going to type in the name or paste in the name. And you can see that Crestwood does not own that book. So I need to keep looking. So I go back to the assessment answer key page. And I keep looking for a book that is of interest to me and looking to see if Crestwood owns it. I'm going to read the description. If that looks like it is of interest to you, you're going to copy the title. And then you're going to search. And Crestwood does own that book, so I'm going to add it to the list. It's going to ask me which list. I'm going to pick the superheroes list. When you have found all 5 books that you are interested in, then you're going to have to generate your list. And what you can do is if you go up to your name, go to saved list, and you will see it starts to generate a list of the books that you've saved. And in order to turn this into your Google Classroom under the assignment, you're going to click View Bibliography, and it's going to generate a list. You're going to copy this list, and you're going to paste it into your Google Classroom assignment. Be sure to write the genre for each of these books as well before turning it in, because that is part of your assignment. If you have questions or need additional help, please feel free to rewatch this screencast. If those questions have not been answered in the screencast, please feel free to ask your teacher.